Evening all. Just smoking my signature pipe, London made. There's some Condor already rubbed. Nice long pipe. I've shown it you before. It's quite a long one. It's probably about 6.5 to 7 inches long, just right. Rusticated finish. Just wanted to talk about something tonight that someone raised on the site recently, which is what we call tea time in England. I think if you ask different people from different counties that, you'd probably get different answers, but today got up this morning, had breakfast about 8 o'clock and got to about midday, had lunch. Tea time for most people seems to be about 6 o'clock, but our tea time has got even later. We sometimes don't eat till 11 o'clock. That's our tea time. And once upon a time, I remember, especially in Lancashire, we used to get our tea about 6, and then later on in the evening we'd get supper. Supper would be about 10 o'clock, just before you went to bed, which would be a snack. But in higher society it would be different. You'd get maybe afternoon tea or strawberry teas in summer, strawberry and cream and all that type of thing. And then the posh folk would get dinner, as they called it, later on in the evening. All sit down, tugged up in the best clothes for dinner time. Up to us working lads, dinner time was early afternoon, 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. So really I suppose it was a cultural thing in a way. That's the way it was. When we were working, you'd get your breakfast early on, maybe about 7 o'clock in the morning. Actually, when I was working on the tree felling lark when I was a lad, up into my 20s, and at 9 o'clock you'd be starving, so you got a 15 to 20 minute break and sit down and have some sandwiches and a cup of tea, a couple of cups of tea. And then when it was lunchtime, which we'd call our dinner time, it gets confusing, we'd have some pretty hearty meals, probably go round to the local pub. And sometimes in those days I used to eat 3 dinners. It was amazing. Can't believe what I used to eat in those days, what was burning the calories. I remember at one spell I was eating sort of steak, chips and peas, ordering it 3 times, and finishing off with a cheese sandwich and 6 pints of bitter beer or mild ale, which mild ale was a little bit weaker than the bitter and the lager. But that was the popular working man's drink in those days. In the evening the lads would go and play darts, and most of them would be drinking mild. Then lager came in and they'd start drinking lager. Some would stick to the bitter. You don't hear of mild much these days. I tend to make wine and beer for the family sometimes. I don't drink myself these days. It just doesn't interest me anymore. But it's strange how habits change. So these days with us it's just breakfast, dinner and then tea. And tea can be 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. Whereas that's when the posh folks will be probably having a supper after their early evening dinner. So gets a bit confusing in the UK. Just thought I'd mention that because it's quite an interesting subject, and it's one of those things that you take for granted and you don't really think about it until someone asks you. So there you go. So anyway, with those little rambles out of the way, I'm just gonna finish off this bowl of Condor. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, have a great night, and enjoy your tea. See ya.